Nobody in the NFC East wanted to see this. Stefon Diggs just joined Washington, and if Jayden Daniels stays healthy, the Commanders could become an absolute nightmare. But Daniels' fragile frame may be the ticking time bomb.
Had restored faith in the franchise. Josh Harris, Dan Quinn, Adam Peters, bringing them back. Jayden Daniels on track to becoming a short-list franchise quarterback, but we saw that the injuries did. And, Chris, I don't know if you've seen the quarterback series. We all know that Jayden Daniels, as quarterbacks go, is on kind of the thin side.
Yeah.
There were shots like field-level shots, game action, that really crystallized how small he is. Not height-wise.
Yes.
How slight he is of frame when he's got these guys chasing him around. And you either got to add some natural armor or you got to avoid contact if you're going to be that size.
Yeah. No, it's a worry. It worried people coming out in the draft. It worried me. I mean, it's one of those things where I remember watching him at Arizona State, turning the TV on a Saturday night and going, let's watch some old Pac-12 football here, and going, damn, he's got some talent, but damn, he's more than skinny for football. Like that's not, it's almost not a football body altogether. It's the kind of body you really see with a basketball player, right? Basketball players are 6'6", 195, things like that. Think about that. Michael Jordan in his prime was 6'6", 195. I'm 6'5", 235. I mean, I look like the Incredible Hulk next. And so, yeah, it's a different type of body that way, and that's one of the things you do worry about. And you're right. He's got to be careful, and he's going to have to maybe adjust his game a little bit. And it's not big legs, it's not a big butt, it's not broad shoulders, but he is an incredible athlete, and he's going to have to use that to stay out of harm's way.
That should have been the warning sign. Instead, Washington doubled down, and the next move could completely change Daniels' future. Stefon Diggs is in, and if Daniels stays healthy, Washington may have just created the nightmare scenario nobody in the NFC East wanted to see.
Joe signs a one-year deal with the Washington Commanders. According to Adam Schefter, one-year deal will be up
what I said, Joe?
$12 million. Joe, with Jayden Daniels throwing in the ball, can Diggs prove that he's the best number 2 receiver in the league? Because that's what he said. He said, tell me the number 2 that's better than me.
Hey, listen, I said this, Joe. I'm not sure if y'all remember that. I said he was going to go 2 places. And I stood firm on that, Chad. I know y'all remember. I said he's either, and I said this too, based on where he's from. I said either going to the Ravens or he going to the Commanders. It was going to be one of the two. It was going to be one of the two.
I could have sworn. I could have sworn when we was talking about this, you and Uncle was like, "Oh man, Ayuk, he gonna go to Washington." I'm like, man, Washington ain't finna.
Who? What? Who? I didn't say that. He not going nowhere.
This before he did all that. He had done like 1 or 2 antics, but y'all was like, saying, man, he gonna get picked up. Washington may pick him. I'm like, man, nobody picking that man up behind that. But I'm happy for Diggs too, Uncle Ocho. I know Uncle saying hell to be a 1,000-yard receiver. Now here you ain't got to get but like 50-something yards, but he was 1,000 yards.
It ain't the same like it used to be, Ocho.
But I tell you what. The good thing about this is you got Scary Terry on the outside. You got Stefon Diggs that's going to be able to manipulate that inside, those zones, and that man. They're going to be able to move that ball up and down the field. And now, obviously, Diggs, even coming off an ACL injury, they couldn't cover him in New England last year. Yeah. And they definitely ain't going to be able to cover him over there. Play him to his strengths. Play him to the things that he does really well. Man, Jayden Daniels gonna feast, man.
He gonna feast if McDaniels healthy. Hell, it ain't no guarantee.
And then a deep ball, he don't get a deep ball. Boom! Before you look up, he got 3 catches and got 100 yards. Now CD, he gonna slant it. He gonna get in that slot. Run your stick route. Got a little zone. He gonna sit there. Boom! Get down. Man, listen. The Cowboys are the better offense. But I like Diggs. I like Diggs over there with the Commanders. He's gonna be a vital piece of that offense to keep that chain moving, and can't nobody cover him. He could be in the slot. He could play on the outside, and you got Scary Terry. Hey, I'm trying to figure out who the number 3 is over there with the Commanders. Chat. Damn, I can't remember the number 3. Well, he was a 2, but he the 3 now.
I like Diggs over there, bro. Look, we know. as a Cowboys fan, we know Washington in our division, man. I know y'all high on Washington. They didn't got Diggs. But hell, McDaniels got to come back. He got to show us what he got, Uncle Ocho.
Well, he'll show you. You about to find out. You'll see it up close and personal.
Hey,
y'all got Washington better than us, the Cowboys?
I ain't said it. They don't need to be better than y'all.
Well, that's how y'all talking.
Hey,
I'm
listen,
asking
listen. Hold on, Joe. Y'all got the better offense, Joe. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say y'all got the better offense. But listen, what we not gonna do? We're not gonna forget what Jayden Daniels did. This guy,
you standing talking about something. You standing talking about something happened 2-3 years ago. Man, we talking about now.
2-3. He going into year 3,
Ocho,
Joe.
All I'm saying is he had a hell of a rookie year. I ain't taking that from him. But you know, his second year was built around injuries, bro. You know what I mean? Like he got
to do a better job.
Yeah, we got to see if he can make it through a damn season. That's all I'm saying.
But you make it seem like Dak Prescott ain't had no injuries either now.
When after he broke his ankle, ever since then,
What about that hamstring that caused him to miss 8 games?
When? Last year?
2 years ago.
See, y'all talking about old stuff, man.
This was old stuff with Jayden Daniels. He ain't got hurt this year.
This happened last year with Jayden Daniels. I'm talking about right now.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna be rejuvenated. Obviously, trying to have another 1,000-yard receiving year. I think he's gonna be great, considering everything that's been surrounding him, going on around him. Uncle Ocho, I think he's gonna be locked in, bro. I think he's gonna be locked in.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Hey, I know Diggs gonna see this, man. Diggs, come on, join the show, boy.
Oh yeah,
come on, join the show, man. Sit down with us, man. Give us 20, 30 minutes of your time. You hear me? Diggs. Hey, somebody clip this and send it to Diggs on Instagram. You hear me? Hey, Diggs, come holler at your boy, man. Sit down with us, man. Look, we politic with you.
The number that Diggs was scheduled to make last year, Ocho, I just didn't see that. I just didn't see him getting that. He's $25, $30 million.
Yeah.
I just didn't see him getting that in New England. This is a good number for him. I mean, that's a pretty good number. I mean, he probably got about $7, $8 million, probably with another $4 or $5 million in incentives. With that being said,
yeah.
I just don't know what he hoped to accomplish by doing what he was doing. That's what I don't get. And then people.
Nobody in the NFC East wanted to see this. Stefon Diggs is now in Washington. The Commanders just added a 4-time Pro Bowl receiver on a 1-year deal worth up to $12 million. And suddenly, the conversation around Jayden Daniels has changed completely. Because put Diggs next to Terry McLaurin, give Daniels another elite route runner who can work inside, outside, and attack the soft spots in coverage, and Washington suddenly has an offense capable of making defenses miserable for 60 minutes. Diggs is coming off a season in New England where he went over 1,000 receiving yards despite returning from an ACL injury. And now he gets Jayden Daniels. But here's where this story gets uncomfortable. Because the Commanders may have built the perfect offense around their quarterback, while still having one massive question hanging over the entire franchise. Can Daniels physically survive it? And that problem isn't talent, it isn't coaching, it isn't even the NFC East competition. It's the quarterback's ability to stay on the field. Let's be brutally honest about Jayden Daniels. The talent was never the question. In his rookie season, Daniels threw for 3,568 yards, 25 touchdowns, and just 9 interceptions across all 17 games. That was enough to restore faith in a franchise that had spent years searching for an answer at quarterback. Josh Harris, Dan Quinn, Adam Peters. The organization finally looked like it had direction. But then came year 2. Daniels appeared in only 7 games, finishing with 1,262 passing yards, 8 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. And that's exactly why his physical frame has become such a controversial subject. He's listed at 6'4" and 210 pounds. The issue isn't his height. It's how slight he looks when 300-pound defensive linemen are hunting him down. One analyst described his body as looking almost more like a basketball player's than a traditional NFL quarterback's. And that's the terrifying part. Daniels doesn't play like a quarterback who wants to live inside the pocket.
He runs. He improvises. He turns broken plays into 30-yard gains. But every time he takes off, every time he absorbs contact, every time he gets dragged down from behind,
the Commanders are gambling with their entire future, and Washington already learned the hard way what happens when Daniels isn't available.
So instead of backing away from the risk, they dummy down. This is where the argument gets fascinating. Because if Jayden Daniels stays healthy, Stefon Diggs could be exactly what Washington needed. McLaurin can stretch the defense outside.
Diggs can manipulate zones from the slot or the perimeter.
And Daniels has the arm strength to punish defenses the second they hesitate. Imagine a defense trying to contain Daniels' legs while also accounting for McLaurin outside. Now put Diggs underneath.
Suddenly, there isn't an easy answer.
You blitz? Daniels can escape.
You sit back?
Diggs can find the soft spot. You press McLaurin?
Daniels can attack deep.
And if you overcommit to the passing game, that quarterback can take off and make you pay. That's why some people inside this debate believe Washington could become an absolute nightmare in the NFC East. But here's the controversial question. Are the Commanders building around Daniels, or are they forcing Daniels to become something his body may not allow him to sustain? Because the Cowboys can argue they have the better offense. The Eagles can point to their championship-level infrastructure. The Giants can hope their new era changes everything. But Washington has something none of them can easily manufacture. A quarterback who can completely distort a defense. But all of that offensive firepower means absolutely nothing if the man holding the football is watching from the sideline. And that's where year 3 becomes the real test. This isn't about whether Jayden Daniels is good. He is. This isn't about whether Stefon Diggs can still play. He just proved he can. The question is much more brutal. Can Washington get a full season out of Daniels? Because if they do, this offense has the ingredients to become one of the most dangerous units in the NFC. But if Daniels is forced to miss significant time again, all that investment in Diggs, McLaurin, and this offense could collapse with him. And that is why this season feels different. Washington isn't simply trying to develop a quarterback anymore. They're trying to protect the quarterback that could define the entire franchise. Diggs gives Daniels another weapon. McLaurin gives him a proven number 1. The coaching staff has given him structure. Now Daniels has to give Washington the one thing they desperately need: availability. Because if that happens, the NFC East may have a serious problem on its hands. But if it doesn't, the biggest threat to Washington might not be Philadelphia, Dallas, or New York. It might be the hits coming for Jayden Daniels. And that is the part nobody in Washington can afford to ignore.
Yo, mic check 1 to 2, -1, -2. Game over for this video, folks. Smash that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to stay in the huddle for more. This is NFL Madness, bringing the heat and signing out.